Hello, UK Crime Book Club. Hello, Gillian Godden. We're so sorry we're late. We have had about 17 technical issues, but we're here now. So, Gillian, introduce yourself.
Hello everybody, I'm Gillian Godden, and I really do hope somebody's tuned in to listen to me. Otherwise, I'm just talking to myself, but I'm used to that because I do it a lot.
Well, you'll be talking to me, you'll be fine.
Right, well, I'll just talk to anybody I do.
Right, first things first, stand up, show us your t-shirt.
It's wicked, this is wicked. Look, yeah, there you are, see? Yeah, can you see that?
Can see some of it, so we can see Gillian Godden, we can see the lovely part of the cover, or Dangerous Things.
Yeah. Pardon? Oh yeah, you want to see this, Sam? I've got to show you this. You like this? This is brilliant. Do you like that?
I love it.
How sad is that?
Absolute genius. I can just imagine you walking around showing everybody.
Going round the pub. Yeah, going round the pub. Oh, it's just in case. It's the best bit of parties. If a bloke comes up to you, he goes, "Hi, what's your name?" It's like, oh, never mind.
Catches attention, definitely.
Well, one said to me, I went, "It's Gillian Godden," and he went, "Well, I've got a t-shirt with meatloaf on, but I'm not meatloaf, am I?" So it's like, that killed that moment. My fame had gone then. But as Simon Cowell says, never lose an opportunity.
Absolutely not. I've got to say, you are one of the masters of self-promotion. I've seen some cracking photos of you.
Oh yeah, oh brilliant! I just like having a fiddle about, but apparently I don't take it serious enough. I just mess about a lot. But hey, I like fun. I like life. You got to go for it. Yeah. No, I don't think anybody can accuse me of being serious. Mad as a box of frogs, not serious.
I didn't go with mad as a box of frogs on the group. I went with slightly bonkers.
Slightly bonkers. I like that because I thought that was a compliment. Most people just say bonkers.
Kaz has just written a comment to us, Caroline Maston, saying she's been looking forward to this chat. Now, I can tell you what, I've been so excited since we did our little video introduction. I was crying. Crying, laughing. Brilliant.
Actually, Caroline, she's the one that did my review on Francesca recently, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, tell her, yeah, I like that. Packer, it weren't a 5, but I'll let her off with that. But yeah, it was a nice review. I owe her a point. I like that, yeah.
Just write a good review. Well, you just told yourself because she's watching us, so.
All right.
You're a bit like me, aren't you? A bit nervous about being on camera, but you hide it really well.
Well, that's it. All front, I'm like Selfridges. All front. Behind it, yeah, I'm sitting on a commode wetting myself.
All right, let's talk about your books. So,
yeah, go on. Serious
question. What are you working on at the moment?
I'm working on a book called Gold. Now, Gold, if people that I know, even Caroline, she features a lot in the other series of books. And basically, she features more in Francesca because she's Francesca's friend and the gangland boss's wife. And everybody, it was feedback, basically, reader feedback. They all got back to me and they went, "We really love Julie Gold because she's the queen of one-liners and a really sassy bitch. We'd like to know more about her." So I thought, that's a good idea. Yeah, just when you're out of ideas, you've given me one. Get me pen out. So, yeah, I'm like 2 chapters away of finishing that, and that'll be out in August. So
Queen of one-liners and sassy. Is she based on anyone you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, my face is hurting already.
Yeah, she's actually the mother.
And how did she feel being herself brought to life? Obviously, it's not
my mum's dead now.
Completely true.
Yeah, my mum's dead now, but she'd have loved it. I tell you, my mother would have worn this T-shirt all day long. She'd have worn it round Tesco's. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Queen of one-liners, my mother. It's like my friend came in, and basically, you know, she was like, "Oh, I thought I'd come round for a cup of tea." And my mum went, "Well, if you've got half an hour to spare, get indoors and wash those nets of yours." So, yeah. Definitely the Queen of one-liners.
So you had a lot of material to work with then.
Oh, definitely, yeah. But so I've made her out like a beautiful blonde Bet Lynch kind of character. Obviously, she's ex-prostitute, lots of good fun. But like I've done it. So I've done it from her beginnings, her humble beginnings. Ralph Gold, to be husbands, like beginnings, and then basically them meeting. So I thought, like, I might just finish it with a bit of a cliffhanger, but it's got lots of twists and turns. People say they're looking forward to it. Everybody's asking about it. So hopefully I've done them proud. Hopefully. If not, don't tell me.
Caroline said she genuinely loves to go for a pint with you, and I'm inviting myself as well. And she wants to know if we found out more about Julie's backstory in Gold.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I say, it's a goodie. It is a goodie. It's not what you'd expect at all. Everybody just expects it to like work the brothels and stuff, but no, I've put in lots of juicy bits and a few sexy bits as well. I thought you'd like them. Yeah, it sells the sex.
It does. It absolutely does. So, do you find it hard to write the sex scenes?
Nah, I've just got to do it in mind. I'm doing it all from memory because obviously I've given up that kind of thing now. But it's all from memory, and to the point of when you look at pictures of Tom Hardy, you think, "Oh, guess what I could do to him."
And then you picture that and put it in your book.
That's it. Yeah. And hopefully everybody who's reading it's thinking exactly the same thing. Yeah, it's down to them.
So we're going to take you back to Dangerous Games.
Yeah.
Antonius Lambrianou.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
Lift her up a bit. There you go.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Well, I just thought.
Yeah, you've got to get those covers in.
Oh, definitely.
So where did you come up with the idea for Antonius and Lambrianou?
Again, to be honest, everything spiraled. I mean, the name Tony Lambrianou, I've got to be really honest here, because I was sat with my friend, a girl called Tony with an I, and like we was like, oh, can I say this? We was getting ratted on a bottle of Lambrini wine. But at the time, like this competition had come up at the library, and it was like to write your own book kind of thing. And I was saying to her, I'd give it a go. I'd try it, but I needed a name. And it's like, there it was. I thought, I went, we'll use you. But I didn't want to use Lambrini because I thought the wine company is going to sue me. And that's why in the books, Tony Lambrianou he comes from a vineyard of wines, and it's like his background in Italy is a vineyard. I thought, well, I can sneak that bit in, but then everybody said apparently there used to be a real Tony Lambrianou who worked with the Craze, but I've seen all the Craze movies and I've never heard this guy mentioned, and I didn't know anything about him until somebody else brought it up, to be honest. But other than that, that's how I did it. So it was my mate Tony who squirmed, like, we'll use you. You sound like a bloke. And she, you know, and a bottle of wine. And by the time you got a bit tipsy, it was like I got my pen out and thought I'd give it a go. But I actually lost that competition at the library, you know, because you could write about absolutely anything. There was loads of us in this library club, and there was this guy, this old bloke, Norman, he wrote about his life and his memories of racing pigeons, and he won. Do
you think maybe yours was a bit too racy for them?
No, they said it was crap.
Well, clearly they were wrong.
Yeah, they said it wasn't interesting enough. His racing pigeons was more interesting.
Oh, you've
And
frozen on my
the woman
screen.
that showed us how to crochet. She did a crocheting book. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't have a lot of luck, did I?
Your image is frozen on my screen. Is your tech support there to refresh you?
Right. So's, yeah. So's.
We can see some of the covers in the background for Nasty Business and for
refresh, just
so I can hear you. I just can't see you moving now, but you are frozen in a. Oh, Caroline's saying you're not frozen on her computer.
Yeah, and I'm not frozen.
Right, well, we'll just leave you alone then, and we'll carry on.
Be God.
Caroline Maston has asked, what made you write gangland books?
To be honest, I'm from the East End. So, like, originally, as you won't tell by my accent, because I sound quite posh, but basically, that's where I'm from. That's where I hail from. Bethnal Green, Walthamstow, all around that area. And I used to be a barmaid in the pubs around that area. So you met an awful lot of characters and I had a lot of things. And I used to work in a lot of the East End, like I was barmaiding in the stripper pubs. So I met a lot of, I know, you got to do what you got to do.
Absolutely.
But basically, yeah. And so I met a lot of the girls and like they were absolutely brilliant. I mean, one, she was working her way through college and university. I mean, now she's a trained barrister, but she had to pay her fees somewhere. So I'd met all these girls, they'd met all these guys, and like, they used to come round, bit of protection and stuff. And so all this was in here. You know, you hear all kinds of things in those pubs that I couldn't repeat on your book club. But you hear all kinds of things, you know. And so basically, it's just when it came to it, to be perfectly honest, my son had just left. He'd gone to uni and he's gone back to London. All of a sudden, after moaning at him for years, I had time on my hands. And I thought, so I joined this book club. They'd come up with like this idea. We keep reviewing books, write your own. And it was like a 50 quid was the first prize. And a trip on P&O ferries, you know. So Norman got that. And so I thought, all right, fair enough. But to be fair, my friends at work, because I work for the NHS, they'd said, like, carry on, go for it, keep going. And so they just give me the encouragement to go forward, to keep carrying on. And then from there, it escalated, absolutely escalated. I'd put it on a couple of book clubs. Readers come back to me, and I was really surprised because I'd said to my son, even if just one person read it, that would be a compliment. And then I've like achieved my goal. The fact that so many people came back to me and did it, and then they started saying, who is this gangland boss? What was he like when he was younger? We'd like to know more. So, a bit like Star Wars, George Lucas, eat your heart out. I went backwards. Yeah, it's like, you know, sooner or later you're going to be Luke Skywalker, aren't you? Yeah, exactly, Sam. I am your father. Yeah, go on, sorry. Yeah, so that's when I put my pen together, wrote Dangerous Games. I've got to do it that way because we're opposite, aren't we? Yeah, just realised. And so I thought, I start with his childhood, of how he gets taken from Italy by his mother, how he ends up living in Cardboard City, and basically he's got nothing. But that strives him on, gives him the determination that there's better than this. I want to go forward. And all he's got is his fists and in his anger. And so he joins the protection rackets. He joins that life. And then, like I would, he thinks, why am I working for somebody else when I could work for myself? So I left it there. And then I wrote, after that, I did Nasty Business, which follows on. I mean, all these can be read as a standalone, or you can read them as a series, to be honest. So I did that. And that's basically as he gets a little bit older and is in the swing of like he is the boss, And basically the world's his oyster now, and he really don't care what he does to stay up there. He don't mind doing murders or anything. Just got no morals whatsoever, you know, a bit like me really. You know. And then I thought, oh, I need to bring in a bit of romance. Bit of gangland, bit of romance. Yeah. So I thought, go a bit bonkers here, and did Francesca. So like we had the pole dancers, we've got the strip clubs, you know, and we've got the gangland boss who can have any woman he wants, and he goes for one that's a bit shy and a bit dense, really. But they get on really well. They get on really well. Yeah, but no. So that makes it work, you know. A little bit of love as well. So I did that, and then I needed to wind up the series. You know, and I thought, like, you can't keep going on like this. You know, it's not Coronation Street. I'm not, you know, me and Ken Barlow cannot do this for 50 years. You know what I mean? I could not have Tony Lambriano with a Zimmer frame. It just wouldn't work. You know? And so that's when at Christmas I finished and I did Dirty Dealings. Hang on, where am I? There you are, folks. Yeah. And that basically is him married, an older man, with a family, and as much as he's kept up there and he's been the gangland boss, he's got comfy, he's got complacent, and he's took his eye a little bit off the ball, and now all this is coming back to him, and he's having to sort it out, he's having to deal with like things again, as of which case, yeah, you know, he deals with it. Got some good tearful moments in there, some good shocks and some good twisties. Caroline will like it because it has got yeah, but so it's got a really good twist, and people really like the ending. And I can't tell you, obviously, can't do spoilers.
Obviously, yeah, no spoilers.
Even though I'd like to, but I was quite surprised. I wrote a poem and put it in. And like people got back to me and they went, "Can we?" Well, no, actually, I don't know if this is a compliment or not, but they said, "Can we use your poem as an obituary?"
Well, that feeds into one of the questions that I like asking, which is about memorable moments as an author.
My memorable moment.
Well, that's got to be up there.
Yeah. My memorable moment was when somebody said, "I've read it." I expected.
Do you celebrate when you publish each book?
What? I take a deep breath and I've sleep, because the run up to your book, you don't sleep. You're editing, you're padding it out, and obviously it's never any good. It's never any good. You think it's rubbish, you know. You take it to your editor. You try. It's like, ooh, but it's never any good. There's a million brilliant authors out there, and you just think, oh, mine's just going to get swallowed up and nobody's going to want to read it. So basically, you do celebrate afterwards, but then you've got to wait for that first review, because somebody can come on so easily and spoil it as quick as that and go, it's crap, and that's it. Nobody's going to buy it. So it's that moment, yeah. It's like getting cold feet before your wedding day, one of those moments.
Caroline's put a question on asking if you'd ever write romances, maybe something steamy featuring what you'd do to Tom Hardy.
Oh God, I'd love to write that. Well, that'd end up on the top shelf of a newsagent, wouldn't it? Can you imagine? It'd get banned.
I really an X-rated symbol on the front.
Yeah, I really don't think they'd want to know what I had in mind with chocolate mousse and
Choking myself. So I'm almost reluctant to ask this. How do you research anything that you need for your book?
No, that's your
I know you said some's from memory.
Yeah,
but do you have to do some research?
Yeah, but my research mainly is like no, a lot of it's from memory and people. Obviously, my research is like at the moment I've got Ralph Gold is an explosives expert, And it just so happens that I've got a very good old friend, a neighbour, and he was a paratrooper in the army, and he worked with explosives. So basically, I have had this poor old man in my living room night and day. You know, I want to know.
But he's loved every second.
Yeah, and I've pulled in the police. Basically, I've got a couple of mates in the force, and I've gone like, you know, what's about this? And they've been on certain cases where this has happened or that's happened, and obviously they couldn't tell me a lot, but they've steered me in the right direction, because you've got to be careful of who your readers are. Some are police, some are in explosives. If you wrote rubbish, they'd know it was rubbish, and again, that's going to go because you haven't done your research. So yeah, as I sort of like go down the subjects I'm writing, then I need to work on that and find out more about it. Yeah, that's more what I do. Yeah. So go on, next question.
Well, we've got somebody, it's just come up as Facebook user, so sorry if you want to leave us your name, Gillian, I'll say hello to you, but they've put great titles, and my favourite cover is Nasty Business. But your titles are terrific. Do you come up with those yourself?
Yeah, basically I just have them moments where you think, you know, I mean, to be honest, it was like there's no business like Nasty Business, but I was going to say show business. Do you know what I mean? It was I like Gold. I came up because Ralph Gold. I thought then everybody would know who it was. A friend actually helped me with Dangerous Games, because I was going to call it Antonius, which is Tony Lambriano's real name. And then a friend said, you know, basically he plays a lot of dangerous games. So the more I thought about it, I thought, you know what? Yeah, that's a goodie. So I went with their choice. I thought Antonius sounded a bit, and people can't pronounce his name properly. So I thought,
well, I didn't.
Yeah, exactly. So the more she played on it, and the more she sort of like worked on me, she came up with that Dangerous Game. So I've got to be honest. Francesca, I've got to admit this, is a middle name of mine. So we won't go there. We won't go there. You know. And then Dirty Dealings, I thought that just sort of like padded it out again, because I thought, it is a lot of dirty dealings between them. And so like we tossed it around, me and my friends, and it's like, that would finish it. That would do the series, because I couldn't go on forever. You know what I mean? As much as I'd have liked it to, you can't go on forever. Yeah. But so I thought, that's it now. That's the series. That's done. And I was really, really, really surprised. People read it. People have got back to me. The readers have been really, really supportive, and the feedback they've come back with is amazing. I never dreamt. I've only been doing this a year, so I'm like a real newbie, a real like nothing. You know, I can't always say I'm a nobody from nowhere. I'm not what I'd call an author. I'd call me a writer. You know, and like to go on Amazon and people buy your books is one of the biggest flattering compliments you could ever have. And my editor, poor old Julie Loveswaite, you know, I hand her bits of paper and bits of pieces here and there. That poor woman must pull her hair out when I say I'm going to write another book. She just want to leave the country, you know. She must think, no, you know. And it's like a bit here and a bit there, and it's like, oh God, you know, yeah. So it's a woman, she had said no.
I really need to take up drinking again.
Just took you a big my love. It's not water, it's gin.
We've got a question from one of our authors, Heather Burnside. Hi, Heather. Can I ask how you get time to write as well as working for the NHS?
Pardon?
She's asked, can she ask how you get time to write as well as working for the NHS? Now, you've been busy throughout the whole of lockdown, haven't you? You've still been at work.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's been mega hours. I mean, some weeks I did like nearly 60, 70-hour weeks. Wow. Long weeks, you know. So basically, it has been hard, which is why I'd wanted Gold out a little bit earlier. But due to like this pandemic, it's took it that little bit longer. So basically, I'll get in sometimes like maybe 8 o'clock, 7:30, 8 o'clock. Have a scrambled egg, and then I can do maybe a bit of writing. I've you know, like the weekends are solid. So it's like by the time I've like put the washing machine on, got some clean knickers, I can, well, I was going to say I can get down to Ralph, but I won't.
More research.
Yeah, but no. So basically, it has been hard. And obviously, like some nights, like I say, you think, and I've got to go to bed early because I'm up at stupid o'clock. I'm up like, you know, 5 to get into work. So of lately, it has been a juggle. The hours have been long, but yeah, it has been a juggle. And it's like all leave was cancelled, all bank holidays was cancelled. So it's just a case of fitting it in, working around, you know, doing what you can. Yeah, which is why it's took that little bit longer. But I think all the readers, they appreciate I've just been working my bits and pieces off, you know what I mean? So, yeah. And they've been really supportive because they know I work for the NHS, you know, they've understood and like they've been really good support, and that's the main thing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So how much do you normally write when it's more of a normal circumstance and you're not doing so many hours?
Well, normally you get your day off, or you get a half day and your weekend. So again, by the time you've had that little tidy and you've done a bit of like shopping or whatever, then that gives you the chance to like, now you've got it all written down. Because I don't know about some people, I'm a pen and paper person. So I start pen and paper. So basically, it doesn't matter where I am. I can wake up sometimes 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning and think, boom, I've had an epiphany. You know, I can do this, I can do that. And I'll write it down. So when it comes to like my first draft to do on the computer, it's already written out. I've already got bits of scrap paper here or there with all my little bits on it. And then obviously it's ready for the rewrite after that. So it's just a case of every now and again, you can get a page here and a page there. And like in your lunch break, you've got a page here. And then just little bits just come to you, don't they? These daft, crazy ideas when you think, how shall I kill him off? Yeah. Especially if you've had a bad day, you can come home and think, right, you're dying.
So when do you think Gold will be released? Have you got a date in mind, or is that still too much up in the air at the moment?
No, I'm hoping for around the middle of August, like about the third week at the latest of August. You know, I've only got sort of like I say, I've got 2 chapters to write up, but they're already written up, if you know what I mean. I've just got to do that. The cover's done. So all that's sorted. So it's just a case of getting this sorted, giving it to Julie Lethwaite, let her get her little magic fingers out, let her work her magic, put it in all the right formats, and then we can go for gold.
You're going to love saying that, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
Everywhere to anybody. I love it. Absolutely love it. The last picture that I saw, and it really stuck in my mind, is you're on a train station platform selling to some guys in suits.
They're two good-looking blokes. Yeah.
You look like you were thoroughly enjoying yourself, and they were not complaining either.
Would you enjoy yourself with two good-looking blokes?
Seriously, no comment.
What was the chance of that, though? I mean, basically, me and Sue, my technical advisor, we were going to London because obviously I live in Yorkshire. We were going to London, and like these guys came on. It was like nearly Christmas. It was in December, and like they'd been to like a party, like for their office or whatever, and they came on with all these bottles of wine. Yeah. And they just started talking to us, and then by a fluke, one sat back and he took out his book. He took out Nasty Business. You know, and it's like me and Sue were looking at each other like, is this a joke? I can't believe it. And he actually took it out, and Sue was like, are you enjoying that? And he went, yeah. And she went, what it's about? And he went, oh, it's ganglanding and it's really good. You should try it. And she went, do you know the author? He went, No. And we had our T-shirts on because I've got another one with like dangerous games. And like, so we like, there was no phone boxes, but we like unzipped our coats and went ta-da. And he was like, "Oh my God, is it you?" Like, yeah, and the other fellow still didn't believe us, obviously. Thought I was working. And so we showed him the Facebook site, and we showed him like, you know, that it was my Facebook, and like basically proved who he was. So by that time I was getting off the train, and he's like sign it for me, sign my book for me. So yeah, I mean, what is the chances of that? That was 1,000,000 to 1 chance. That yeah, that was 1,000,000 to 1. I could not believe it. I was like, what a compliment. But he didn't believe me. He must have felt like, you've got no chance now, bird like you. But basically, like, how amazing was that? That was absolutely great. Well chuffed. Yeah.
See, there's another one of your memorable moments. I bet you've got thousands of them.
Oh, definitely. That was absolutely brilliant. I couldn't believe that. But I do have another memorable moment.
Oh, go for it, I think.
A woman was on the bus, and my son, like, he was on the bus, and like, and you see, she was reading one of my books, and so he was nosying over, and she went, "Oh, it's a new book, this." She went, "Do you know the author?" And he went, "No." No, I've never heard of it. Yeah. And she went, "Oh, I thought you might have read it." She went, "Because I saw you looking." He went, No, I don't know where."
And has he read it? Has he read your books?
No, my son's not read anything. If it doesn't contain Game of Thrones, elves, dwarves, and The Hobbit, he ain't going to read it.
It might be for the best. He might not be able to look you in the eye.
That's it. I think it's because he's had a bit of feedback, and they've gone, "Oh, your mum's done this and your mum's done that." He's like, no, yeah, no. And he works in haematology. He works in a laboratory and does all like the blood testing and stuff. And it's like, "No, I don't know this woman. We're just sharing a name." He's like, no, I don't know this mad woman. Yeah, don't know who she is.
So he's not read it. Have any other family members read it? And what do your friends think?
My mates really, really like it. They're like, "Yeah, I can't get enough of it. It's absolutely brilliant." And they keep trying to get little spoilers, and I won't let them have it. You know, I've just got my old lady next door, my mate Avril. She's a retired ed teacher, English ed teacher. So I thought she was the perfect one to have a read. So basically, she does like my proofreading. So she's in it. Barring that, no. But but when the books have come out, they've all got it on the Kindle, and it's like, obviously I gift them it or whatever, and it's like they've given me loads of encouragement, loads of support, and it's like, well, at least I know when they've got it, I've got 3 buyers. So anything will do. Yeah, I'll try. But yeah, I'm just really surprised. And the book clubs is like your own, you know. You're like Caroline's dad, he's been great, and like you've got Jason on there, and they've let me post. You know, it's been absolutely brilliant, and the response from the readers, absolutely brilliant. And don't forget now, Francesca and Dangerous Games are now in Audible as well. Yeah. So you can actually
let Alex Hawley, another one of our admins, know, because he listens on audiobook. So we'll be letting him know that.
So I've got this.
But yeah, Jason Kelly's been a big fan of yours. I know he's read everything.
He's been brilliant. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. And he don't particularly do reviews, but he gives me really good feedback, you know, and it's like, I like this and I like that, you know. And obviously he's been in the book clubs a long time, and he can give you like little snippets, little tips, you know. So he's been a really good guy. But like I say, for Francesca, I think she comes out in Audible this week. And I've got this brilliant woman, Fiona Honan Bowers or something, real posh. But you know, we went through it, we really did, and I said, I really need you to delve into your soul and get this. And she has turned out a magnificent Francesca. You know, I'm not into audio, I got to confess, but she has done a magnificent job, really has. I can't thank the woman enough. And it's really weird hearing your words being brought to life. It's really, really creepy. That's you hear these voices in your head, and then suddenly to hear them again from somebody else, it's really, really, really weird.
And do they always get it right? Are you always happy with all of the...
To be fair, one of my stipulations was with House, who do like the Audible books, I wanted to work with the narrator. I just didn't want Joe Bloggs reading it. It's not Jack and Ori. I wanted a little bit of feeling. And so, you know, they told this Fiona, she rang me. And so basically every time she was going to do something or wanted advice, we'd talk about it. We'd go through it of, she knew I heard these voices in my head. Don't tell the readers that. They'll get the men in white coats. But she knew I heard these voices and I needed her to reflect this. And she'd been brilliant. She took everything on board and she's done everything I asked. So like, I just know people enjoy it. Yeah. And Dangerous Games, I actually took my time listening to that. And it's only when I was wallpapering my son's bedroom, I thought I was a bit fed up of like all my old songs. So I'll listen to it. And yeah, it does. It sucks you in. I enjoyed it. I must confess. Yeah. And I thought, well, if I enjoyed it and I knew the ending, somebody else might.
So now you've got audio to add to your list, and Caroline's just pointed out that you don't read the audio version. You listen to it. Put me in the place. Put me right in the place, Cass.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope you're
preparing for a release. You've got so much to think of. So how long does the first draft usually take? And then what are the next steps for you after that?
Given like the time scale, we're looking at about 2 months, because your very first draft, you've got to think these people up. You've got to think it up. And your brain is in constant overdrive.
Do you plan any of that before you start?
Pardon?
Do you plan any of that before you start?
Yes. I've got like a cork board with like sticky notes. It sounds silly, but I don't start from the beginning. I might have an ending in my brain or a middle bit or a few like little lines. And so basically I've got sticky notes posted all over my house. I don't need wallpaper, you know. But so basically I've got sticky notes and I think that'd work there, that'd work there. And like I said, then you get your pad out and I'm writing this and I'm writing that. And then your brain is in overdrive. And so it's like going to work for the NHS is like escapism. It gives your brain time to shut down. And then by the time you come home, you're fresh again. You've got new ideas. And it's like you think, yeah, I can do this. And it's already ABC'd for when you want to type it up. You're already there. And that's the main thing. Once you've got it, you know what you're doing. And then I don't know about some writers, but once you've done a chapter where that's opened up, you think, oh, that's opened up that bit and that opens up that bit. And so, you know, you find yourself going down that route and you think, now I know, I've got it. I know where I'm going. Yeah. So
what comes after the first draft? So do you do all of the editing or do you hand it to Julie first?
I hand it all to Julie. That's terrible, isn't it? It's poor woman. Yeah, no, I just write it all down. It's got no full stops, no capital letters, no grammar. It's like if she read it, it'd go blah, 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 all together. And it's like, and she sends it back like, what is this? But she's absolutely brilliant, you know. And it's like, by the time she's like, do you like this or do you like that? Or I'll get onto her. And like, she'll send me it back once she's edited it to read it through. And if I'm not happy or I want to pad a little bit more out, then I'll rewrite certain parts and I'll send them back to her. And that woman, yeah, she's got magic fingers, basically. You know, suddenly it comes back. Ta-da! I've sent you an attachment. It's an ebook. It's a paperback. It's like, oh God. Oh God. No, I can't thank her enough. She's brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And of course, another person who's been really, really good to me is Louise Mullins. I don't know. Do you know Louise Mullins, the author? Yeah.
Yeah.
she's done me some really brilliant advertising blogs because she knows I'm computer phobic. You know, that's why I write with a pad and pen. But she has been brilliant, you know, such a really good, generous, supportive author. You know, that's what I like. A lot of the authors on the book clubs support each other, and that's really nice. Yeah, it's like there's no need for competition. You know, you're all in it together. There's 67 million people in the world. You know, there's enough to go around, isn't there? Do you know what I mean? It's nice. I just think it's nice if you're all on and you're all supporting each other. You all know the stress. You all know the hassle, and you all know, you all appreciate what you're each going through. And so to have, you know, to be able to speak to another author who understands you've got somebody on your side is a real bonus, because you can tell them as opposed to bore your neighbours. An author understands. To your neighbours, you're just boring. So yeah, that's what I like. The friendliness side of it all is brilliant. Yeah,
we've got a few more comments at the side here.
Oh, go on, because I can't see anything.
Well, we've got somebody that's written, Julie was the character I really liked.
I'm good.
Somebody's written, and I'm just coming up with Facebook users, so I don't know who these are from. Two Mad Hatters. That must be me and you. Quite happy with that.
Yeah, that'll do for me.
Heather Burnside says, thank you, Gillian. I admire your work ethic. I can't write in the evenings. It keeps me awake.
Right, okay. But I get that thing where, I mean, sometimes I work 10-hour days for the NHS, and you can't come in and just go to bed. I mean, obviously I can't go into too much, right?
Yeah,
we've got data protection. But during the course of that time, you are dealing with patients, you are dealing with people's problems. You cannot just come in and switch off.
Yeah.
You know, you can't do that. You've still got, it's not a 9-to-5 job. Even if you were supposed to say finish at 5, something could happen at 4:45 and you might have to call an ambulance. You've got to stay there and see it through. You cannot just walk away. And so when you come in, you cannot just switch off, but you can have a coffee, have a snack, and then you've got an hour's escapism. You can bury yourself in your books, and that switches that off. And then after that, you can feel tired, but you cannot just walk through the door and go to bed. You wouldn't sleep. You've got too many things going through your brain. It's impossible. So, but thanks, Heather. I appreciate that. I appreciate your support. Her and Sam Michaels have been two really nice birds. They really have. Sorry, ladies. Sorry. Sorry about that.
We've got some more comments. One says, just got the first one. If the books are half as entertaining as this interview, then I can't wait. I'm definitely entertaining.
Yeah, they do have my personality in it, yeah.
And somebody else has written, God help the author circuit when things get back to normal. It won't be the same again. Caroline says she'd love to see you at Harrogate. You'd liven the party up.
What's at Harrogate? See, nobody invites me anywhere. I don't know. I'm a newbie. It's been a year. I don't know anywhere. I'm still a bit green. Let's like, to be honest. I don't know. All I know is the book clubs, you know, yourself, work, and that's it. Nobody's invited me anywhere. Nobody's asked me to go anywhere apart from Donna Siggers. She's asked me to go on the Crime UK book tours with them, and I've done that. But nobody's asked me to go on a festival or anything like that. So I don't know how you get onto them or what you do. But if anybody wants to invite me and they've got a little neek for me, then yeah, I'll come anywhere. I'll go to the opening of an envelope.
We're almost out of time. We've only got 5 minutes left.
Oh no! So I've got any more questions?
Somebody has asked, Apparently it's David Gilchrist, because Caroline's his daughter and she's messaged me to say
I know him.
he's the one that's passed.
How
does one get a signed copy of one of your books?
Well, as it's you, David, you can have one, mate. But what I normally do when people ask me, it's really easy. It depends how they want to do it. Obviously, as an indie author, even if you're in paperback, I have to pay for the paperbacks.
Mm-hmm.
You don't get any freebies.
Yeah.
But it sounds really stupid. I've got to buy my own books. Yeah, it sounds crazy. So what I've said to people who've asked for this is, I will get the book. I will buy the book.
Mm-hmm.
I will sign it, and then you pay for the book and the postage, and I'll send it on, or put my money in my PayPal account, and I will post the book off to you. Bring it to me. I'll sign it. Put whatever you want in it, and then post it off back to you. Because I know it sounds really silly, because obviously published authors get free copies. Yeah, indie authors, self-publishing authors, we've got to buy them. I'm afraid. Yeah. So, but for David, yeah, by all means, choose a book. What do you want? What do you want? What do you want, David? Come on. What do you want?
I'll see if you'll write in the comments at the bottom.
yeah, by all means, send us your address, and you can have one of these at my cabinet. I bought a load for my cabinet because I thought my son might want one and his girlfriend might want one, but they didn't take one. They said, we'll come back for them because we haven't got room in our case. So by all means, you take it. Yeah, you can have that by all means.
So for anybody else who wants one, he's just said he'll DM you, so he'll send you a message.
All right, yeah, absolutely. No, so you do
for
that.
Anybody else who wants one, how do you want them to get in touch with you?
They can message me. Yeah, I'm public. I'm on Facebook. They want to personal message me, and like I say, basically that's the format. I'll get it from Amazon. Yeah, so you better cough up, because otherwise I'm stuck with another book. But basically, I'll give you my PayPal account. I'll get it from Amazon. You're all going to be horrible to me now. You're all going to start 10,000 books. I'm going to buy these, and you're going to go, April Fool. But no, I'll get it. I'll sign it, and I'll post it on. Simple as that, really. And it's going to cost is the price of the book and the postage. As long as it don't cost me anything, I don't care. You do it. You share it. But I do ask one thing. I want a photo of you holding the book. Yeah? Just for promotion.
Fair enough.
Yeah? It's just to prove to everybody in the book clubs have actually sold one. I can't keep holding it myself. So, no, basically... So no, basically that's all I ask. Give us a photo. There was a very nice guy. I don't know if you've seen it. Tim Hogarth. He's on that the real Dickinson's Real Deal.
Oh right, yeah.
And he contacted me, and he got a copy of Dangerous Games. Really nice guy. He actually took a photo of himself with the book in his antique shop. He had Rolex in the back, but never mind that. Yeah, I'd never seen Rolex. My watch is from Asda. But so no, just something like that, and then I can put on my postings when obviously I'm still trying to promote. I think the hardest part of writing a book, that's the easy bit. It's the promotion. And if any of the book clubs will let you promote, and there's an awful lot that won't let you, So it's really nice that some will say, give you a chance, they'll give you a platform. You could write the Bible, but if nobody's ever going to read it, it's never going to see daylight. So I think it's really nice and really gracious of these clubs that want to give a newbie a leg up, want to help them. And it's unheard of, but it's absolutely brilliant. So I do appreciate everything you all do, because it's absolutely mega. And I love the feedback from the readers. They're brilliant. They really are. Some of them, they feel like mates. They're like family, aren't they? They ring me up and, you know, they message me and they go, oh, you know, like, how's your dog? You know, what have you been doing today? And it's like, you know, I've just put a new patio down, love. Oh, and one said to me, how's your boiler?
How is your boiler? Have you got it sorted yet?
No. Well, it won't come out, will they? It won't come out unless it looks like Darth Vader in his mask. You know what I mean? You know, so nobody will come out. So basically, when I want the pressure to go up, I've got to get my screwdriver out and like yank up the pressure so I can have a bath. You know, and then one guy gave me the price for one. I thought, oh God, I need to sell a lot of books coming out at 99p, and then Amazon taking their share. God, in about 30 years. But if there's a nice boiler man out there with a spare boiler, brand new, preferably combi, he can have a free copy signed.
Excellent trade.
I'm not proud, I'll beg.
And on that note, we'll encourage people to go and buy your book. Look you in the book and I really look forward to reading those.
Yeah, oh, I'm really looking forward to that one coming out.
I've absolutely loved
it already. It's been brilliant. Absolutely, I do like gossiping to you, Sam. Yeah, I've had a brilliant time, and we've had a few people tune in, and I hope they're gonna like enjoy it as well. But they probably think, oh, do I sound like a bloke? Because I've got quite deep voice, and I sound like Danny Dyer out of EastEnders, don't I? I do. Sound like him with frizzy hair. It's like, no, I've got to get my posh accent working. Yeah. Like, my boss calls me Violet Grey. She said that's what you sound like on the phone.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. I hope you had an absolutely brilliant hour.
Yeah, I can't believe that. God, it's